You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another episode of What an Oddcast. I am a genie in a bottle, so make your wish, Jared Minikheim.
I am the storm chaser on Refney, Anthony.
All right,
And-
so welcome.
Welcome to 290 Slevin. 290 Slate.
I want to say, I put that on Twitter, and people laughed at the fact that there's a message that comes immediately after. I just realized there's no L in 7 or 8.
Well, it's because I went lucky number Slevin.
I caught on to what you were doing, but it was the message after that just killed me.
It was a fucking brain fart. I'm going to let you guys know listening, it's going to be a weird episode. I'm going to have a weird vibe about me. I'm probably running on like 4 hours of sleep, maybe less.
Yeah, he had some things happen last night, so he's running on no sleep right now.
Yeah. So, did you put the things I sent you on the TikToks?
I did, because it was very pretty, so I have that on the TikToks.
All right. So if you followed us on the TikToks, you could have seen the lightning from my porch.
Yeah.
Because we had a tornado warning. Tornado warning last night from 10:30 to 11:45.
Yeah.
And at first,
sent me a bunch of cool videos.
Yeah. At first, it wasn't that bad. I was sleeping. My wife woke me up. She's like, "Hey, the sirens are going off." I'm like, "Okay." I put on some jammies because I sleep in my skivvies because I don't sweat. And I went and I checked outside and I'm looking for funnels. It looks really good. I'm like, no, we should be fine. We should be fine. Heather packed a bag because it would rain and then it suddenly stopped. And I'm like,
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we should get a bag ready just in case. We have a basement here is where I record. And then it started raining sideways. And that's when Heather and I
like. Good sign.
We should get the kids. We should get the kids. And so as we made the decision to get the kids, the power goes off. So that was fun doing it all in the dark with our flashlights, all phones on low battery. I think I had 36% of battery when it started.
How did that work out having 2 small children?
Well, Orion was pissed off, but we put him in a pack and play, and he fell back asleep. We fed Nova a bottle, and then we had to hold her until everything passed so she would stay asleep. But then it fucking had no fucking air, no fan in my fat ass. I need the cool. So I kept waking up and being like, "What time is it?"
That's exactly how
my phone went off at 5. My phone went off at 5 because I have 3 alarms: 5, 5:20, and 5:30, and I get up at 5:30. And I'm like, "Oh, Heather, you don't have a coffee machine. Do you want me to go get you a Starbucks?" And she said, "Please." So I got up at 5. I got Starbucks because the fucking power, it ended. It was my road.
I was about to say, let me guess, it was like your little community, but the mainstay of the town was fine.
Yeah. Get to the stoplight, lights everywhere, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so mad."
Isn't it great?
Yeah. So that was fun.
So dumb.
It's pretty cool. It was, it was an experience. I think that's the worst we've had. I think there were 4 tornadoes by the end of when I went to bed that we saw. Well, not saw, but that were around. 4.
Speaking of uncommon natural occurrences, have you seen the news about that there was the 4.1 earthquake out like Tennessee way?
No.
Yeah, it shook up like the Carolinas and Tennessee. It was like a big ass earthquake. Well, big ass earthquake for them because you don't get earthquakes out that way. So like it, because I have an old coworker of mine, an old ex Navy chef who taught me a lot. He lives out in Tennessee way, and he was out doing his whittling with walking sticks, and he made a post about like, yeah. Suddenly all my sticks were falling over, and I thought maybe someone knocked something, and then I realized everything was shaking, and then I realized there's a 4.1 earthquake not far from me, which is not common here.
Mm-hmm. And let me say,
things are getting weird. Things are getting weird, folks. Just saying. Things are getting weird.
It was. There's definitely, like, for those who've never been in an earthquake, a really powerful earthquake, it's terrifying. I used to live in California.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, when you have a cabinet at the top of the stairs and it falls over the stairs and down them, that makes your butthole pucker at 2 a.m. I slept through some, but yeah, no, they're terrifying because there's nothing you can do except for wait.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because a lot of places have different drills when you're growing up, depending on where you live. You know, tornado drills. The earthquake drill is you sit under your desk and you sit there and wait patiently.
I mean, that's fair. And it's not like tornadoes were much different growing up, because it's just get in the hallway, stay away from windows, wait till it's over, pray to God it doesn't hit the school.
I still remember when Mr. Salisbury, during a fire drill,
oh God,
because for our school, we would all go out in front of the school and stand there during the fire drill, and I remember him looking like, thank God for the invisible shield that protects us from all debris and explosions while we stand 20 feet from the front door. That stuck in my head, and I'm like, oh my God, we're in a dangerous spot.
That's everything a school does. It's just like, kind of keeps you protected and just hope nothing happens. Oh.
Doing the bare legal minimum.
I mean, we get some earthquakes here because we're technically on the edge of the Ring of Fire. So whenever anything happened, because there was God, what was it? Maybe like a month-ish ago, there was like a 5.4 that went out, but it came from one of the volcanoes out in the ocean way. So we just got the residual tremors of it. But that happens every so often.
Yeah. For those who don't know, the Ring of Fire is an actual thing. It's not just a Johnny Cash song. It's like a thing of volcanoes.
I fell down into it, boy, and I just kept burning up.
Burns.
And it burns. Yeah, no, it's if you don't know, it's if you're in Hawaii and the tropical islands out this way, there's volcanoes everywhere in the ocean, so it's the Ring of Fire because it's just a fucking endless amount of goddamn volcanoes.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just grabbing my water that I had brought down and scooted over. You know, I did wish that I could spend a little bit more time with my Transformers. Boy, do I need to be specific next time. Power on.
What?
Yeah, I was like, the other day, I was like, ah, man, I wish I could have some, more time just to fiddle around with my Transformers. And then I was locked in the basement for an hour and a half.
Yeah. See, everybody, you can actually kind of see his shelf with just the two of us. You really see that he's got quite the variety up on his shelf.
Yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, 6 shelves on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So about 30 shelves of Transformers. It's many. I'm slowing down, even though Hasbro are clowns and haven't changed pre-order prices. But we're going, Mike and I. I'm sorry, I didn't invite you. I'm very sorry about that.
How fucking rude. Can you guys believe
we're going
this, dude?
We're going to Motor City Comic Con. I'll send Jared lots of videos.
Oh, I bet he will.
I'm gonna meet Steve.
Huh? Jack Black gonna be there, or is it like, or
no, Blue's Clues Steve?
Oh, that's neat. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna get him to sign something for Orion, and I'm gonna get a selfie.
That's funny. that's good. It's kind of funny.
And I'm like, and the thing is, Joe's gonna be there. Donovan Patton, the actor who played Joe, and I'm like, I kind of want to meet Joe because I know he's not gonna have a line like Steve. Like, no one.
I feel. I was about to say, I feel bad for that guy being there next to Steve.
Yeah, as an adult with hindsight and brain capacity, I feel really bad for him because he had to fill some big shoes.
He did.
No one liked him.
You know, it's unfortunate for him.
Yeah,
it is unfortunate. Speaking of going places and doing things, I got to experience Chamorro Fest here in Guam, which is something they do weekly. But we
weekly.
Yeah. Sergeant Redacted he works himself to death. But he took a week off, so we had a Wednesday free. So we went down and checked it out. It's really just like back home, it would be like a local little fair. You got like a little go-kart thing, a ton of vendors. Like, good God, the amount of vendors. But it's all like a lot of local shops that are selling things that they have. Like one of the shops that we stopped at was a bunch of just nerdy nostalgia things from various places. It was just a guy who runs a shop, runs a little vendor thing. It was a good time. There's a lot of barbecue, a lot of different things. It was fun just to experience that. They were even doing like a traditional dance kind of thing off in one of the areas, so that was neat to kind of stop and see. It was kind of neat. It literally reminded me of like being back home at the fair. And as me and Sergeant Redacted were talking, I was like, I get why they do this every week. Like, number one, they have an ungodly amount of tourists that come onto this island, so like something that people can do. But also, back home, if it was like 80 some fucking degrees every day, there would be a local fair every fucking week back home too. Like, I get it.
Hell yeah,
it's a thing.
Yeah, no, it is like people like celebrating shit. Sometimes you just need an excuse. Like,
it was fun. We had some beers, checked things out. He bought a couple different things. I got 2 Digimon figures that I was happy with on that one.
Yeah. Omegamon, right? Alpha Megamon?
I got Omegamon and War Greymon.
War Greymon. The thing is, it's like really funny. It's like the hoe in me really does not want to like Greymon just because I feel like he's the Charizard of Pokemon, of Digimon.
He is. I'm fully aware. Although it has now become my goal to get all the Agumon line, but
yeah. But I was about to say, but it's a good design.
Collection. It is. I enjoy him.
There's this really cool toy I remember from my childhood, which was a Digivolving from Greymon to Metal Greymon. And it was a cool toy. I tried to get it, but it's like fucking $120 or some shit like that for it complete.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. A lot of the things from like our childhood wise, they're not the cheapest to get. It was funny though, because after I was looking at it, my 2 figures are literally the completion of the line for the gift that I got on Refney here. When I'd gotten him Beelzemon, I realized that's actually the 3rd character for the 2 that I got. So, like, for whatever reason, those are the 3. And I was like, what about, like, what is it, like Metal Garurumon? Like, isn't he part of Omega? Why the hell isn't he in the line? That doesn't even make sense.
I was like, he's somewhere on the shelf. I can't point him out to you right now, but he's somewhere there.
That's all right.
I put him somewhere funny. I was like, I'm gonna put you here because that's gonna be funny, and I've lost him.
See what happens when you fuck around, kids? You fuck around, you find out.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of fucking around, finding out, I finally saw Thunderbolts before all the name changes. We literally saw it the day before they changed the fucking title.
I was so
happy.
mad that they did that because that's such a huge fucking spoiler, Marvel.
First of all, I agree with Refney that you shouldn't have done that. Like, I get why the asterisk was there now that I've seen it. Spoilers for everyone. I'm gonna say some words here, but like, I get it, but also I hate that because if we hadn't have seen it last week, like just while we were out and about doing things, that would have been spoiled for me.
Yeah, by Marvel.
And it's not even something that they bring up until literally the end of the fucking movie. So what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, and I don't know if you're young enough,
It's such
Jared,
a good surprise at the end. Like,
to remember Thanos demands your silence. I don't know if you remember that from Endgame, where there was literal campaigns to prevent people from leaking, and then Marvel's like, nah, do Avengers.
Yeah, so spoilers for everyone. They put an asterisk on Thunderbolts because it's actually a secret new Avengers movie, which I had to explain what that was to Sergeant Redacted because he was confused. He was
Let me tell you though.
He was like, yeah, they're a new Avengers team. And I was like, oh, buddy, we're going to have a talk on the ride home.
They're the new Avengers. Capital N.
We're going to have a talk on the way home.
It was disheartening to see that got spoiled because that was great. I think this has been the best movie. I'm sure I say this every time. No, I didn't say about Falcon. Oh, man. But I think this is the best one since Endgame.
Here's the thing.
Like, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yes, go ahead.
I will agree with you on that. That it was the best that they have done in. It's been the best one that they've done in a while because I enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier the series. Movie wise, I feel like they have really struggled since they did Endgame and No Way Home. I think that they've really just been struggling to build out a new Universal whatever because they dropped the ball. They really dropped the ball starting all this off.
Yeah. Which I did specifically say movie.
This is correct. But no, I felt like Thunderbolts had everything it needed. It had the right rhythm to it. It had a good formula. The dynamic of the characters worked.
I loved Sentry.
Not even calling it an Avengers movie, by the time you get to the end of it and they get to the whole that they're being made a new team, it felt like an Avengers movie the way that they did it anyway. So I get why it was called New Avengers. It had that feel. How did you feel about Sentry? Because I'm seeing there are some people who have criticisms, and I want to yell at people.
I think Sentry was done amazingly. God, who the fuck? Oh, give me a second. I got to get this actor's name. Bob.
I've only seen that man in like a handful of things as a random character.
Louis Pullman.
Yeah, I've seen him in a couple things.
Oh my god,
but...
he did amazing. It was great. I loved the moment he fucking said, "Oh, there's a void." I had to not react because I'm like, I didn't want to make it a thing because Mike didn't know about void, and I'm like, void.
Yeah, for the people who didn't know Sentry, I was a bit worried how they would handle him. Do I know everything about Sentry? No, but I do know the basics of the characters. I was really worried how they would handle it. First of all, let me just say, Thunderbolts, thank you for not steering away from the things that are darker about that character, such as being a drug addict who also has mental health issues and was also abused a lot. Thanks for not shying away. And you may think that's fucked up, but the reason being, it puts the emphasis on why he has split personalities the way that he does. It builds out to why he's so powerful, but why he can't be trusted by anyone, not even himself.
And why he doesn't always go to the rescue.
Yeah, which is the thing I'm seeing online with people like, oh, well, Captain Marvel will just beat him down anyway. He's not even that great. Or like, oh, the Hulk will just beat him. He's not strong. And I'm like, he's not using his powers. Like that's kind of the whole thing with Sentries. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do things until he's pushed to no other choice because he knows he could do horrible, horrible things.
Like in, is it World War Hulk? Or is it Hulk Planet Buster? I don't know. The one where Hulk comes back from Sakaar to beat the shit out of the Illuminati. World War Hulk, okay. Yes. And then Sentry's like, yeah, I'm not going to fuck with this guy until I need to. And then it's like at the very end, he's like, okay, I need to. I have to get involved now. After you've beaten everyone else.
But it's like, but the other moment with him that sticks out, and especially to me when I was growing up when I read it, was during the first Civil War run when Carnage is in the prison and he's just slaughtering all the heroes and SHIELD agents that are in there until he reaches Sentry's door and rips it off, and Bob walks out of the cell to see what's happening, and then in the blink of an eye becomes Sentry, flies into space, rips him in half, comes back and shuts his cell door, and he's like, just leave me alone. He's gone now. Jesus Christ.
No, I thought he did really well. I know that originally they wanted, I think Stephen Young.
Yes. There's word that he might be Mr. Negative.
Which is fine. Stephen Young's a great actor.
He is.
I think that no one would have been able to do Sentry like Pullman. There's something about his...
I think it was done so well.
Yeah. So I did not see, I didn't think that he was going to become the voice. I gotta say, when the fucking little girl fucking disappeared...
I'm not gonna lie, I laughed. I feel terrible,
dude,
but I laughed.
You could hear a fucking pin drop in the theater when that happened. It was like... And at first I was like, oh my god, did they just murk a kid? And then Elena goes into the void. I'm like, okay, no, they didn't murk a kid.
By the way, we absolutely fucking loved Red Guardian and Yelena. Like, the two of them made that movie for me, especially Red Guardian. Like, I don't think I've heard Cedric Redacted laugh so hard when we were watching a movie. It's just that man alone. Yelena, don't go in the bunker. We're going to blow it down. It's a trap. He fucking died. He's also been quoting it, so thanks, movie.
Yeah, no, I think I will definitely be watching this again.
We're different, but same. Different, but same.
Hydra, good stuff. David Harbour.
But I now that we've talked about that, also again, still Marvel don't agree with giving away that it was a new Avengers movie. Like that was a nice little end cap for that movie. Let's get into some of the theory stuff, because typically with Maverick here, he's all marveled out, so it's hard for me to talk about these things. So now, with the end credit to this movie.
Oh my god, when we got in the car, I yelled, and I said, I fucking called it from trailer 1 with Fantastic Four.
Here's the thing, there's another theory that I heard. I have my own theory of what may be going on here, but there is another one that I heard, and it actually does also hold a lot of weight. So number one, the theory that I had is that that's the team, right? The team that we all know it is, the Fantastic Four, is that they're going to show up and they're going to have to warn everybody. Sorry, I had an itch. They're going to have to warn everybody about what it is that just happened to them, which is going to be Galactus. Now, I know there's going to be some people out there like, yeah, but Galactus is going to be different because that's not MCU. Wrong. Marvel already confirmed that Galactus you see in Fantastic Four is the same for the entire multiverse. He is a multiversal being. He's not just there. He's literally everywhere. He goes everywhere to eat, which makes him even more dangerous because he's just universe hopping and eating. Like
the term I'm actually going to steal from Transformers, as a nerd I am, is a multi-universe, a multiverse singularity.
That works. Now,
it's great.
They would obviously do such, and then as I was pointing out, here's the thing: when it comes to dealing with the MCU, you can't ever go by one storyline. Typically, you have to take a couple different ones to figure out what they may be doing. We talked about that they're doing Doomsday, they're doing Secret Wars, and they've talked about it's going to be Battle World, where it's just everybody has to fight everybody, blah, blah, blah. That's fine and dandy. But for those of you who don't know comics as well, and that's fine, everybody has their things. Did you know there's actually two different Battle World? There's Battle World, Battle Worlds. I think we're going to be getting Battle Worlds, not just Battle World. I think what the overall thing is going to be is that I think Doom comes in. I think Doom is going to bring the other universes. Now, because the leader at the end of the Captain America movie says that there's other planets, there's other places. Can you defend from them? It was very specific the way he worded things. I think Doom is going to do that. I think he's going to bring the other planets, and I think it's going to be Battle Worlds where all the planets, the universes were coming in on the main Marvel, and they had to either destroy them or blow them up something, or they were all going to die. And it was like a big thing because there was the whole moral ambiguity, like do we actually just murder an entire universe? Like that seems a bit excessive.
And it was all just to get Miles Morales in the 616.
I mean, yeah, it was really just let's bring characters in and just have a good excuse why they're here now. Like Old Man Logan, Miles Morales, all these other characters are like, they're just fucking here now. But anyway, that also would give them an excuse for that. But I think it's going to be that. I think Doom's going to have everyone fight to the death, basically to feed Galactus, like, which one of us are going to be the ones that survives, because he's going to fucking eat somebody, and it's not, sure as hell ain't going to be me kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be Robert Downey Jr.
I think that's the route they're going to go there. But there is a theory about that end credit that it's not the team. And I do like the theory because it does actually kind of make sense. Where was Doom in any of the Fantastic Four trailers?
He was not.
And the team that we're getting in Fantastic Four is already very established and well known, correct?
Correct.
The theory is they already dealt with Doom at some point during their career. Doom is being held in the Baxter Tower, where he can't hurt anyone. Shit hits the fan. Doom gets away. Doom steals ship and ends up at MCU before them, because Doom sees what's happening and goes, yeah, no, and takes off. And such, Doom appears. Everyone thinks Tony Stark's not dead because he'll look like Tony Stark. And that gives us this whole... the Doctor Doom we're getting is just that everyone's going to think Tony's not dead anymore.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Yes.
For the audio listeners, I pulled up an image of the Thing.
Such a jackass.
No, that's a pretty good theory though. Because I do feel like they've cast Robert Downey Jr. for a reason.
Yes.
Because why would you miss out on not doing like a brand new actor? Why would you spend so much money to bring back Iron Man?
And that brings me to my other point is they also just released the trailer for Ironheart, which I didn't think was even still coming. I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't think that was still coming out because that like disappeared off the face of the fucking earth. Like they stopped talking about that for like almost a year ago now. They were just like, I don't know, it was a thing. Maybe we'll get back. But now I get why they are because Ryan Coogler,
Yep. Coogler.
He's attached to it as like a producer, and he's a hot name, so I get why you'd be putting it out because like his name's gonna draw people. They also seem to have reshot it because that suit looks completely fucking different than the hunk of shit that they were showing before.
Yeah, it looks like a really good, like classic, like Iron Man 1 suit.
Yes, they made it
what
look,
I wanted.
Yeah, they made it look more like a suit and not just a hunk of metal.
Also, the hood. Can we talk about the hood?
That's what I wanted to bring up. Yeah.
When fucking Anthony Ramos, however he pronounces it, fucking is like, oh, and I'm like, no, not the fucking hood.
Here's my thing. The Hood is interesting as a villain for one reason alone. Exactly as I put this in our group chat, but for all of you, I was going to talk about it on the show here. They're mixing Iron Man tech and the supernatural, which, in my opinion, is to build us up for Doctor Doom, who's both of those things combined. Because the Hood is in line with, like, Ghost Rider and Agatha, like, the dark and mystical side, and then Riri's obviously your science-y Tony Stark, and they're mixing those worlds now, so this is going to get interesting.
Yeah, it fucking just hit me like a fucking truck. Because at first I was like, oh, I wonder who Anthony Ramos is playing.
The whole time I'm like, yeah.
He does the magic with his body. I'm like, okay, we're doing a sorcerer of some sort. And just a fucking big-ass red hood. I'm like...
The minute I saw the Hood and then the dual-wielding pistols, I was like, is that really the Hood? Like, of all villains?
It fucking was. It's such a good
I had the same reaction.
The stunt silence is like, nah, they ain't doing the Hood.
There's no way they're using that character. And like, oh, they are using that character. Wow.
No, but see, that's what we need. We need obscure characters like the Hood, so they can get there.
I agree. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I never said. I think we both agree. Like, we like obscure people.
By the way, can I just mention with Thunderbolts, they killed Taskmaster so fucking quick.
I'm not here for you. Damn. And looted her fucking body.
That did make me laugh in the theater because I was not expecting that. Like, I thought we were gonna have like some kind of all-out fight, and then they become a team, and then just shot in the fucking face. Like,
yeah, and then something. But no. Look, I knew Taskmaster wasn't surviving this.
I thought she got killed by Sentry.
Yeah, like I agree. I thought it was gonna happen later. Like something was gonna happen to her. Especially when she had a talking role, I'm like, okay, we're gonna learn a little bit about the new development. What's going on? What's happened since Black Widow with Taskmaster? And then, like, nothing.
I will say, while she was on the screen, I was like, that's a better suit and that's a better shield. Like, overall, they did better. Yeah, just dead.
No, it was great. Also, I want to bring us quickly back to Iron Man.
Yeah.
with to put into your theory about Battle Worlds is Robert Downey Jr. Reference putting on a Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever, new mask, same task.
Yeah.
Yeah, armor around the world, shit like that. So that was same as with the Doom mask. So yeah, your theory does hold water, Jared.
It's honestly it's the only thing I could think that made sense, because there's no reason, for those of you at home, in my opinion, there's no reason to specify that Galactus is the same throughout the entire multiverse if that's not something that you're going to be playing with, introducing it the way that you are. Mm-hmm. There would be no reason to say that unless you were actually using that.
Mm-hmm. And also, it could be another thing where maybe, like you said, that he could be defeated by Fantastic Four. Maybe this isn't even connected to that Fantastic Four. He could be
that's my other thing. That is literally my other fucking thing here. Is they have also gone on record to say that Robert Downey Jr., although he's playing Doctor Doom, it's not the Doctor Doom. That it is a variant Doctor Doom that will lead the door open to a real Doctor Doom. So the other way I could see that working is that the whole thing about them defeating Doom is correct. Just that the Downey Jr. is not from their universe. Mm-hmm. Like, this could very well be the real Doom is going to come from theirs, but just that Downey Jr.'s character is like something else that's going to like spark something for them.
Fucking.
But we'll see.
Reed Richards, like, oh yeah, we have a new benefactor who helps your fucking blah blah blah. Oh yes, meet our friend Victor Von Doom. Media squints, like, Von Doom, huh?
Immediately, everyone gets suspicious.
Mike also had a theory from the Thunderbolts.
Oh, what's that?
That Reed Richards is going to buy the Avengers Tower and turn it into the Baxter Building.
Yeah, of course it. Well, would he be able to? I think he would eventually, but I don't think he could right away, because that's got bought by What's-Her-Face.
Mm-hmm. No, like, it would be like a hostile takeover where he would just take it over. Like, not like officially, but like, yeah, this is going to be my base now.
Yeah.
So you beat the shit out of them and be like, you can't stop me from just being here. Like, you're like, okay. Sorry, yeah, please.
Valentina being president, what a fucking twist. Did not see that character having that development. I thought she was going to remain just this, like, behind-the-scenes operative person, and then to end Thunderbolts with, like, yeah, you're president. We fucking own you. If you ever do anything, we will fucking end your career.
We will narc so fast. Which is good, because you got to keep her in line, but you can't get you can have vague excuses like, oh, why isn't she trying to do this? Well, obviously because of this. It's really well set up.
Oh, going back to Captain America real quick. I like that Sidewinder got kept alive, so he's gonna be like Bartok the Leaper was for Steve Rogers Captain America, where like he's just a mercenary that keeps showing up and keeps getting his ass kicked. Keeps like, being like, I will be the one to end you.
I will be the one to end you. Wait, how old are you again? 63. Oh, how fragile are your bones?
I know. Maverick had talked about he enjoyed Sidewinder. That's something after rewatching it was hard to redacted before we went to the theater to see Thunderbolts. I enjoyed that about Sidewinder because I immediately recognized, like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna be Bartok again. Where it's like, what do we do with this random, like, normal dude character? Just gonna be that one-off, like, tries to fight Cap, loses immediately.
Gets away, he's like, next time, Joe.
I'll be the one to kill you, and then gets thrown into a jet engine or something.
And then he comes back inexplicably, like, unharmed.
Exactly. Because for those of you who don't, if you're too young, you didn't see the Marvel movies back when they were coming out, but like Bartok the Leaper was that for when Steve Rogers was doing it. He's in like the first not the first, but
he's in like Winter Soldier for sure.
Yeah, he's in Winter Soldier, and I think he's in like one other thing, and it was literally just a character that he was told to beat up Cap, and it was like, I've got this, I'm good. Lost immediately, and then you see him again, and he's like all suited up, like ready to go, and loses immediately again.
Oh, he's in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
There we go. I knew he was somewhere else.
Yeah, I was trying to remember.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Sidewinder is going to have that kind of, like, we're going to see more Giancarlo, and I'm totally fine with that. I liked his character.
No, it's great. It's fucking Doomsday is going to be a hell of a movie. And I can't wait to see what... You know what? Your fucking theory adds up more and more and more. Because all the fucking worlds for all the actors, like fucking James Marsden, all the fucking... the different actors from all the different Marvel movies. Shit, Jared, you might be onto something. Holy shit.
Well, we have like the
Kelsey Grammer.
We have they've already said supposedly. Now this is where I'm a bit confused as to what they're gonna do here. Supposedly the X-Men are in the same place as Fantastic Four, which raises a lot of questions for me of like, if Fantastic Four got away, what about the fucking X-Men? Like, they're supposedly showing up in Doomsday. How the fuck does that work?
I think he got some fucking...
You know, it's the only thing that made sense to me for them to play with ending a multiverse the way that they're trying to do, and also introduce the different teams, but they've already kind of established anyway. So, you know, I mean, fuck, we've already got
Loki's coming back. Mm-hmm. Channing Tatum's going to be in there.
There are so many people
I'm looking at
are coming to Doomsday.
The chairs.
Just like, goddamn.
You know who's not?
Nightcrawler's also coming back, I believe.
Taskmaster. Yep, Alan Cummings.
Yeah.
He's going to be there. Like, there are so many fucking people. Like, yeah. Robert Downey Jr., obviously.
I'll give you a
It's either going to be a really... Is that like a Rusty Venture?
It might be.
It's either going to be a really well-made movie or it's going to be really complicated. And I really hope it's well-made.
I hope it goes well. Like, I hope Thunderbolts is like the course correct, because Brave New World and Thunderbolts both worked, and I'm hoping that they can keep that kind of momentum with, you know, keeping us engaged, keeping good characters, introducing some new things. Also, this starting off this phase the way that they have kind of feels like phase 1 and 2 mixed into one. If I'm not gonna lie here, because Brave New World was Hulk 2008 all over again, and anyone who wants to argue with me on that can suck my dick. We got the leader back, you got Thunderbolt Ross back, and it was literally a story about Hulk things. Even though it was a cat movie, it was all about the fucking Hulk.
Oh, you said Cap. I thought you said cat.
No, it was all about the cat. Meow. So then... And then Thunderbolts was... I mean, it was an Avengers movie, and the way that they built it, it felt like... It felt like a little bit of a mix of Avengers 1 and 2. So it was a mixture the way that they toned it.
It's nice because they don't... They've pre-established a lot of characters. which I think is what an Avenger movie needs. Is you don't need new characters. You just want to see how the current ones are interacting.
That is correct, and they did it like the Suicide Squad, where it's a bunch of people that aren't typically like main characters, other than Bucky. Mm-hmm. So like, it was interesting seeing him do it that way. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Also, Daredevil season 2 is confirming that fucking Defenders is coming back, which I called. I think we all fucking called it with the finale when he was like, "I need an army to defend my city," and all of us went Defenders. But Kristen Ritter just finally confirmed she's on set, which we all saw coming. She finally confirmed it. The dude who played Iron Fist. The dude who played Iron Fist said he's open to redoing the character and reworking it into a better character, but I have not heard if they brought him back. And same thing with Luke Cage. I haven't heard jack shit on that either.
Well, the nice thing is they are able to. Yeah, they can rework it as they need to. They could put the same actor in there and just have a whole different thing. That's the nice thing of like a soft reboot.
Here's my thing. Here's the thing.
Here's mine.
Don't make me pull it out. So for Defenders,
fucking suck it so quick could be like getting the chrome off of a hitch.
Be the first time in a while. So you have Daredevil, you have Jessica Jones. They also left the niece alive, so she would become White Tiger. So you kind of already have a Defenders team. Here's the thing. You could actually keep Iron Fist and Luke Cage out of it. Hear me out. Bring them back, but heroes for hire. You want to bring back all the Netflix characters and you want them to be just established and continue going? Fucking heroes for hire. That the two of them got together and made heroes for hire, and that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, they fucked off and did their own thing.
Correct. That's the only way you're going to make that work if you don't bring them back for this whole crescendo. Though that's the only way you could really do it and make it work. Also, there was a good point I saw made by a lot of people about Thunderbolt's finale, and it's the same issue that all Marvel movies have.
They didn't unbend the shield.
They did not unbend U.S. Agent's shield. You're right. That is a crime. No.
The taco.
Where were they in that finale?
They were in the Avengers Tower. Or the new Avengers Tower.
And where is that tower located, sir?
New York.
Yeah.
As seen in the 2012 movie The Avengers, starring Robert Downey Jr. Mark Ruffalo.
A lot of people, everyone has been very quick to point out, like, hey, you set the finale in New York City, but where the fuck was anyone else who's in New York City? And now you may be saying, what do they mean by that? What everyone meant by that is that fucking Daredevil Born Again Season 1 had just come out, and there was a bunch of shit that happened in New York. This was not something that anyone talked about. So there you go. Does this take place after that? And if so, where the fuck was anyone else who's in the city?
Where was Spider-Man? You know where Spider-Man was?
Spider-Man is the biggest fucking argument for people with both Daredevil and that he is just non-fucking existent. And Hawkeye, yes.
The funny thing I saw about Spider-Man with the Thunderbolts is that you're like, where was Spider-Man? Watching Aunt May die over and over and over again. Like, that's where Spider-Man was. Like, he got voided.
The director's only comment to it was that as much as it seemed like it took forever, that the void only took place over the course of like 5 minutes total. So he's like, yeah, there was nobody else there. It's like, it seems like that took a very long time, but like in reality, like that whole incident happened in like a 5 to 10 minute span and then was over.
Like, wait, let me put on my fucking pants.
Yeah, exactly. That was his excuse for it. Was like, it seems longer because of where they were, but like the reality of it, that it was not. It was a very brief flash that something happened. So that's just the thing. But also, like, yeah, Spider-Man's been coming up because Sony's been getting talked to, and Sony keeps saying no, and a lot of us fans are starting to get really fucking irritated with that because it's just bullshit. He was supposed to be in Daredevil, and they literally said, nah, we don't want to do that. Do you know how fucking mad that made me? Because, like, I had the same question of, like, there's a citywide lockdown going on and, like, chaos in the streets. Why isn't there a Spider-Man helping Daredevil at some point? Just because it is all of New York? And then just to hear, like, we approached Sony, and we wanted to bring him in for season 2, and Sony said no. So we couldn't do that.
No, it is Sony's. It is all Sony's fault because I'm sure fucking Disney's like, please, we'll give you like 50% of the money. And they're like, no, give me 70 to 80%. Like, no.
Sony just wants to make the money off Spider-Man where they can, and I kind of get it. It's not my fault that your stupid-ass fucking villains universe that you did made no fucking sense and failed.
Fucking
it was
dead.
Doomed to fail.
Dead. It's amazing how quickly that thing fucking died.
Let's make a universe full of villains. But where's Spider-Man? Here's the best part. We'll make them likable anti-heroes, and we won't need a Spider-Man. It'll work.
Oh, what's that? You want a Spider-Man? Okay, I will give you a man spider. He was in the Amazon with her mother when she died.
What's his name? Ezekiel? I don't like his design being barefoot and a hairy little man. Let's make him a gorgeous
Make him
man.
a Spider-Man. Make him
look gorgeous. Give him a spider suit and then make him a murderer. He's not a good guy anymore.
Hey, let's get Sydney Sweeney. She's pretty hot. Give her a 20-second scene. You don't need Spider-Woman.
Well, sir, we've shot the whole movie, but people are struggling to understand why he's the villain because he just kind of keeps coming after everyone. Oh, well, that's where it's perfect. He's gonna shoot a pregnant woman in the Amazon, so then you know he's despicable. But then, how does the pregnant woman... Well, that's the best part. There's spider people that live in the Amazon, and they're going to save her life.
Remember Tobey Maguire's mask? Yeah, we're gonna use that mask design for these random people in the Amazon. We're gonna give Spider-Man another multiverse thing. Unrelated to the 3 other multiverses he already has.
What's Madam Web's powers? She's almost like Spider-Man, except she can't shoot any webs, and she just kind of sees the universe. That's nothing like... It's exactly like Spider-Man.
You remember that old broad who sat down and watched Spider-Man in the animated cartoon? We're gonna do that, but not at all.
Why don't we go ahead and get Dakota Johnson? Why don't we just really try to sell her as not an old ugly lady?
I've been jacking it off to 50 Shades of Grey lately. And I just can't get her out of my head. I'm trying to pull... Why am I doing Trump?
I don't know.
I'm trying to pull the greatest job. I don't know why. It just went to Trump.
All right, guys. So we're filming our final scene. Now we're gonna give you the glasses that Madam Web typically wears, her visor. Now we just need a really cool line to end the movie out. I've got it. How do you see? I see better than ever. Oh, perfect. Cut. Oh, that's perfect. It's a solid metal bar visor, but you can see better than ever. Perfect.
But the true question is, how are we going to kill the bad guy? Because we need to make sure that she doesn't kill anyone, because women are innocent and dainty.
Well, that's perfect. You know how Spider-Man has spider sense and he uses that to dodge attacks?
Yes, of course. It's one of his most iconic things.
Madam Web has an even better power. It's called spider sense. And what it lets her do is she fades through the timeline, so she sees everything that's gonna happen. And we'll put it on screen that she's like kind of like a multiple carbon copying herself as she's walking through, and then she's gonna just appear and take the gun from him, and movie magic.
I got the idea when watching Next, starring Nicolas Cage. We see the scene where where they're trying to find a terrorist, and he splits into different ways and walks.
We really need to make sure we've got sponsors for this movie, so he's gonna be killed by a giant.
Kill him with a Pepsi sign.
It's the 90s. What was big? Pepsi. Kill him with the giant Pepsi sign. That's our sponsors.
You know, nothing really tells you how good of a hello, bug. Nothing really tells you how good of a movie is like Pepsi being a sponsor.
We've got the perfect commercial for you. Murder your thirst.
You just have to watch all of Madam Web.
To get 25% off your order from Pepsi.com.
They'll know because they'll give you a quiz.
Oh, trust me, everyone's going to be pulling out their phone to scan the QR code on that giant Pepsi sign. It's genius.
What do you mean it was the 90s and they didn't have QR codes?
People will love it.
Put Spider-Man in it.
But not
Make
really
the guy
Spider-Man.
That brother's Uncle Ben.
You know what? Scrap the whole idea. Instead of a Spider-Man, let's just have very random scenes where they're all in a spider suit, saying that they're going to be Spider-Woman, but just not here. Just somewhere else they're a Spider-Woman. Then why is she saving? Madam Web has to save them, because if they die here, then for some reason they also die in their other universe where they are a Spider-Woman. It's all part of movie magic.
I've never even seen Madam Web.
It's not good.
I really, really wanted to take a gummy and then watch it, and then I got a government job.
It's not a good movie. Also, just to round out things here, also started playing Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah, how is that?
It's different. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it like I have with the other Dooms. The mechanics might take a second because they added. Because you can block attacks, but there's certain attacks that block and bounce back, and that is a very big thing. Breaking armor with your shield and deflecting attacks is a big thing in this one. There's a lot of just big enemies that have armor on them, and shoot them a lot. Throw shield to break armor so that you can then kill them. But also, it's way bigger than the other two. They were not kidding in the amount of shit they were putting in here. most of my time playing last night was getting into level, big and like exploring level to find random shit that's everywhere, whether it was random boss demons or like gold chests to unlock upgrades or skins, whatever. Like there's a ton of shit that they put in it. I think there's 22 chapters altogether. I think I only got to maybe 6 yesterday.
Okay.
I think I'm somewhere around there, but it is fun. I have enjoyed it. They give you a dragon pretty early on to do test play for that, which that mechanic's going to take me a second to get used to there. Also got to use the Titan, which the Titan I will say is the only one I felt a little less on, because it's just very basic. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Like I get why, but it's very basic.
Okay.
Push right trigger to punch. Hold right bumper to do like a jet punch thing if they're too far away. Fill up your meter. Meter's full. Do your special move with your right bumper, and that's all it is. You just keep hitting the trigger to punch demon. Like, there's not a whole lot of anything else. So, like, for the one part that I had to use the big giant Titan on, I was like, this. Hopefully, there's not a ton of levels like this, because this is very monotonous. It's not like the rest of the game.
And then it's like, all right, time for the racing minigame.
I would be so mad. I wanted to throw this story in here. I guess I'll end out with it. It was meant to go with what Maverick was going to talk about, but things got all messed up. Maverick needed a day, and it's fine.
Well, what happened is he thought we were canceled, and he made plans. He agreed to help his father with stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense.
So I'm like,
on our part.
Yep. Anyway,
so
please continue.
when we went to go see Letterbolts, we went to the mall, because that's just one of 2 theaters, and it's the better of the 2. Anyway, so we were at the mall. We went to the food court to get food first. We basically made a day of it. We went out and did like a little bit of shopping here with a couple different things, checked stuff out. Got to the food court. Has there ever been a time in your life where you walked into a mall food court and suddenly you hear an announcer go, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, and now anyone who would like to participate may proceed to the middle of the court floor, and we will begin doing our demonstration on pickleball"?
No.
Yeah, and then you're sitting there getting your food, and the whole time it's just a guy who clearly doesn't do public speaking sitting up with the other guy going, "All right, and now, what are the rules of pickleball?" Well, I mean, you hit the ball, and if you miss the ball, then that point. And, like, guy talked like that for, like, 10 minutes straight, and, like, clearly didn't want to be talking.
Man, I'm so sad to hear that fucking pickleball is made of the Guam.
It wasn't even old people playing it. It was like 2 20-year-olds who were demonstrating it. And he's just like, "As you can see, it's fun for all ages." And I'm sitting there eating my sub going, "No, it's not. Don't
It makes me think of the... I'm picturing in my head in that the racism episode of South Park with the Chinese and Japanese guys come in and do their presentation. That's what I'm picturing in my noggin.
The worst part, the worst part about what you just said, they were Korean or maybe Japanese, because that's the majority of people that come to this island. So it was indeed exactly that.
Look at that. I'm accidentally racist.
It's just, it was the most random. And mind you, while we're trying to find a place to sit, all around this fucking pickleball court are just a bunch of Korean visiting families watching pickleball. You're in a mall full of shit. You're watching pickleball.
Pickleball's yum.
Yeah, it was the most random shit. Like, we walked in, saw that, and I went, only here in Guam. Only here in fucking Guam am I going to walk into a food court and proceed to see pickleball being demonstrated for a bunch of tourists.
Clearly, there was a genius marketing idea where someone's like, where are we going to host pickleball? Well, pickle's a food.
A lot of the tourists go to the mall. Let's just go there.
Let's do the food court at the mall.
It was the most random fucking thing. Other than that, I don't think I have anything other than that. There will be some. If you're on YouTube, stick around. I'm gonna have some Jokey Pants episodes that are coming. I have a couple people that I've talked to. I have one person that's already lined up, and I will be recording with them Monday night. So I'll have the Popeye episode finally done because I put that fucking episode off for so long, and the person who's doing it with me watched both movies that I'm covering for that and had the same response of that might have been the worst 2 movies they've ever watched. I tried to warn them. So that'll be that'll be interesting. And I have a couple other people that are lined up as well that I'm still just kind of trying to figure out a movie-wise, but keep tuned for that. There's going to be some things coming there. Thank you for watching and listening, whatever you do, whether it's podcast or YouTube, whatever. Give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe, or whatever.
Go on the TikToks, ask the Transformers questions. Or even Power Rangers or Sentai questions as well, because that Michael can answer those.
Yeah. Give me questions about sex, and I'll give you wrong information.
Well, one of these days I'll tell the. This isn't really bad out of context. The chicken story. One of these days.
Are you calling me a chicken fucker?
I am not. But there were some really bad assumptions made as a child, I'll say.
You know what? We'll save it.
Yep, that's for another time.
To all of you, stay on, stay happy. We'll see you on the next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.